Girl dating a sugar daddy. That's because that girl is dating a sugar daddy because she's looking for a father figure. And that father figure has never been there. She's looking for that love from that person. Secondly, if you look at the boys today that we have that are growing up, a lot of them don't have a clear direction of what does it really mean to be a man, what does it really mean to be a father. They don't have a clear guideline because a father is not there. And I once looked up the definition of a father, and it said one of the most important things that I love is a source. If you can think today, and if you have an absent father, think about it. His lack of presence or his absence in your life has led you to make so many wrong decisions today. There are so many boys who would say, I wish my father had been there. But not only boys, Lorona. As grown up as I am, I'm sure Libra Martin Lena, as grown up as he is, there are times where he probably say, I need my dad. And that's what dad is in the picture is about. But we are saying, you don't only have to have a child in order to be a dad in the picture. Even you boys who are here today, if you see a child, that child is your responsibility. You need to take care of that child as though they were your own. Even though now you still need somebody else to take care of you. Again. Now what we see happening is today Papa Mokete has his own family, he's focused on his own family, and next door there's Mokete B, he doesn't have a father, and he's just going off track. And yet this man is focused solely on his kids. But what happened to the principal Yaori? A child is raised by a village. Again, we, all of us here, are a village, and we are responsible for each other and towards each other. Now, the presence of a father in a child's life is very key. If you can think about it, a lot of the decisions that you have made in your life, you could have done them better had your father had been there. Right? If you're a boy, or if you're a young man, a lot of the decisions in your life, they could have been better informed had they been a man. Let me give you an example. You remember the xenophobic attacks that happened recently? Who remembers Josiah's Emmanuel? The guy who was stabbed, whose picture was on the front page. The 4 guys who attacked him all had one thing in common. There was no father present in their lives. There was no father present. There's a lady that I know who studied masters in criminology. She went and studied and did a research into prisons. When she got into the prisons and interviewed a lot of those hardened criminals, they also had one thing in common: the absence of a father. Let's look at a lot of the people that you know, who do not have a present and active father. How is their life? And that's why we want dads back in the picture. Because we say each and every one of you needs a father in their life. Okay? Because you need that guy who's going to hug you and tell you he loves you. and yet he doesn't want to sleep with you. As a boy, you need that man who's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, my son, you've done well. Okay, let me speak to boys. How would it feel if you did something right and your father tapped you on your shoulder and said, well done? How many of you want your Father Day present? Just to affirm you. Okay, let's think about this way. Ne? You did something wrong and you easily get away with it. Imagine how much you would feel. So fathers in your life are very important. However, the relationship is two ways. You, as kids, need to make their lives easier, need to make their job easier of raising you. Because truth be told, your parents are not the one who brought you into this life. They came through, you came through them. Because life wants each and every one of you. You have a purpose in life. Your purpose is not the same as yours. Your purpose is not the same as theirs. Each and every one of you. If you look at the fingers on your hands, they are not all equal. They are not all the same. Why? Because they each serve their own purpose. And as soon as you realize that your purpose is different, then you will realize that life wants you with your own individual talents. But there needs to be someone who holds you by your hand and takes you there. There has to be that someone who says, let's go. Man, there has to be that someone. You can't do this on your own. How else would you know how to live life? You as kids need to make your parents' lives easy. Some of you are raised by single mothers. And then go and claim Zibuse. And what do you want to do? You want that kavela. You want that cat guide. It's 1,000 rands. Mama how 50 rands a week. Where should she get that money? And as kids, we should stop having that entitlement mentality. Maybe I'm wrong. The entitlement mentality that we as kids need to have is on emotional support, is on the physical support, even to a certain extent financial. But the most important one is that you have an active and a present father and a parent. Someone was asking me earlier on, why again? Papa is busy. I can see. Ne? He goes to work early, he comes back late. He's forever busy. He doesn't have time for us. And I can see that as one. But then does it mean that he doesn't care? No, he does. However, when as one, if you want your father's attention, you need to sit down there and say, wait again, Papa, I can see you busy. I understand who it's a chelete for Runa or high or repaid. But can I at least once a week even have some time with you? And just sit and talk. No Facebook, no Twitter, no laptop, no tablet, no nothing. Just have a conversation with your parents. Even Limama, as busy as she is, as a child, take some time out or do that with her. But we also need to come to the party. I understand, Lori, you go through adolescent stage, and through your adolescent stage, and what's again, he's driving me crazy. It's how like blocked. But in your state of adolescence, remember, as a child, you had the responsibility towards your parents. Let me talk to boys. When you grow up and you get into puberty, which most of you probably are at that stage now, your body changes. And there are things that happen in your life Things that happen when you're sleeping, your underwear is wet. You don't know what's going on. I get it. That's your puberty stage, that's your adolescent stage. Things are changing. And then you start want to experiment certain things in your life. But the danger is when you don't have a positive male role model in your life, you are going to make the wrong decisions. Because your friends, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, now you need to start sleeping lebanyana. And then you start chasing that. What do you end up doing? You end up having so many kids out of wedlock. Hammanskraal, almost each and every block, are you a baby producing machine? You are not. You can't take responsibility living your life like that. So you need to make your parents' lives easier and thereby making your own lives easier. There's a Christian principle that I love. It's actually a verse in the Bible. It says, obey your parents so that your days may be long. But the one thing that is key is that by you obeying your parents, you are unlocking your blessings in them. If as wena, you can come and honor Ntatemaname and say, wait again, Ntatemanamela, I respect you through your actions though. I respect you, I consider you as my father, and I love you as such. You provoke him to unleash blessings in your life. There's something that as kids we take for granted, and that is the blessings of a parent. Today Emmanuel Mo was saying that he's had mentors throughout his life. His career has progressed because there were mentors. I'm sure a lot of those mentors were mates. They played a fatherly role in his life. They held him. But once again, how about over the best speaker? Ne? You need to do A, B, C, and D. Am I wrong, sir? Ne? They guided him. And because he honors them, if he can stand on a stage and say, so-and-so mentored me on this, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that in my life. What is he doing? He's honoring them. And they unleash blessings in his life. Amen. Take that for granted and you will see. And what I want to share with you right now is this. You see, Ntatemaname, he and I come a long way. This guy has helped me build my confidence in being here. Standing in front of you and talking to you. I would not have done it successfully without him. I would have failed. But he has given me tips. He even said it. I want you to be better than I am. He's been my mentor. He's done so many things in my life that my father didn't get a chance to do. So you as kids need to learn. You have parents everywhere. Even here now, I see mama, I see papa, I see mama, I see papa. They are not just ausi or abuti. They are parents, they are mama. And if any one of you can tell me, what do you call a stepmother or a stepfather in your language? Yes, exactly. What do you think? Papa. That's what we know. Papa. So anyone who's older than you, your papa. Anyone who's older than you, who's a female, your mama. Because you're going to get blessings from your parents.